Wyatt rode the fence line after a spring storm and spotted a hollow cottonwood split wide open by lightning. Inside the dark cavity, he glimpsed cracked leather and pulled out a heavy saddlebag sealed with a rusted buckle. He opened it carefully and found a child's crayon drawing of a large house with a smiling sun above. Beneath the drawing lay a brass key, cold and weighty, tied with a faded blue ribbon that time frayed. Wyatt carried the saddlebag back to the porch, puzzling over why a child's treasure was hidden so carefully. The next day, Gemma, the young museum curator, arrived to catalog artifacts from the old ranches around the county. She saw the saddlebag on his porch and froze, her eyes wide with recognition of the drawing's crooked windows. Gemma's hands trembled as she explained the drawing matched the original orphanage that burned down over a century ago. She had just finished reading the founder's diary, a woman named Ada who had hidden something before the fire. The diary mentioned a brass key kept in a saddlebag, placed inside a hollow tree for safekeeping forever. The orphanage had been a sanctuary for lost children, funded by a secret donation Ada never could publicly reveal. The key, Gemma believed, opened a strongbox buried somewhere on the old orphanage grounds to protect the children's future. Wyatt watched her passionate conviction and felt a deep pull to help her uncover Ada's long-buried promise. Together, they took the key and drawing and rode to the crumbling stone foundations of the original orphanage. The diary described a spot under the old bell tower where Ada had planted a circle of lavender in secret. Even through the overgrowth, they spotted the lavender patch, still stubbornly blooming after so many forgotten seasons. Wyatt dug carefully beneath the largest lavender plant and struck a solid iron box with his shovel. They lifted out a small but heavy strongbox, its lock perfectly matching the brass key's unique etched pattern. Gemma inserted the key with shaking fingers, and the lid opened with a low groan, releasing the scent of cedar. Inside lay 10 gold coins, a folded deed, and a letter written in Ada's elegant but tear-stained script. The letter explained the gold was Ada's entire inheritance, hidden to rebuild the orphanage after a false accusation. She had been accused of theft by a greedy banker who wanted the land for his own profit and expansion. Ada hid the funds so the children would one day have a home even if she was taken away. The deed proved the land was legally hers, and she bequeathed it to the orphanage trust forever unbreakable. Gemma read the final line aloud, where Ada begged the finder to protect the children she loved beyond life. Wyatt placed his hand over hers, promising to make Ada's sacrifice matter in a way that time could never erase. They took the strongbox to the county courthouse, where the deed held firm against decades of dusty, forgotten claims. The gold coins, appraised with care, were more than enough to establish a new children's fund for education. Gemma proposed restoring the orphanage as a community center and museum, honoring Ada's memory with every brick laid. The town rallied, donating lumber and labor, and the old bell tower rose again against the endless blue sky. During those rebuilding weeks, Gemma and Wyatt shared sunrises and sawdust, their conversations threading into something deeper. She learned he had grown up in foster care, always longing for a home like Ada had created. He discovered she had become a curator to piece together broken stories, seeking healing for her own past. One evening under the new bell tower, Wyatt took Gemma's hand and confessed she had rebuilt his heart. She smiled through tears, saying the key unlocked not just a strongbox, but a love she never expected. The community center opened on a bright autumn morning, children's laughter filling halls once silent and charred. Wyatt and Gemma stood together, watching Ada's dream come alive in the joyful faces of the town's youth. A special display was built for the saddlebag, the drawing, and the key, telling Ada's story forever. Gemma wrote a book about the discovery, ensuring that Ada's name would never again be lost to fire. Wyatt kept a lavender patch thriving, a living tribute to the woman who saved generations with a brass key. On the first anniversary, Wyatt knelt inside the restored orphanage and offered Gemma a ring shaped like a key. She said yes, and the town celebrated a union born from a hollow tree and a child's drawing. They married under the cottonwood where the saddlebag was found, the ancient branches blessing their vows with rustling leaves. The new orphanage fund grew, sending dozens of children to schools and trades, breaking cycles of hardship with hope. Wyatt often looked at the old saddlebag, remembering how a simple find can change the course of countless lives. Gemma would read the children from Ada's diary, teaching that one courageous heart can outlast any fire. Their love story became intertwined with Ada's, a continuation of the same selfless devotion that built the orphanage. Generations later, the hollow cottonwood still stands, a landmark for lovers and dreamers seeking their own hidden keys. Visitors to the museum leave notes in a replica saddlebag, sharing their hopes and promises for the future. The brass key rests under glass, a humble object that unlocked gold, land, and a legacy of love. Wyatt and Gemma's children grew up knowing that treasure is not wealth, but the courage to do good. They often hike to the old foundation and plant lavender, teaching their kids that roots run deeper than stone. And so the saddlebag, the key, and the drawing became a Western legend whispered among the cottonwoods forever. Our channel exists to share such forgotten tales, where ranchers and curators become heroes of the heart. We ride through history's shadows, uncovering stories of sacrifice, hidden keys, and the healing power of curiosity. Every video is a campfire, inviting you to warm your soul with mysteries that still breathe today. If you long for romance found in hollow trees and promises buried beneath lavender, you are home here. Subscribe now and saddle up with us, because the next hollow tree might be just over your horizon. Ring the bell and never miss a tale that proves the West still holds keys to the heart. We post fresh legends weekly, each one a forgotten lock waiting for a brave hand to turn it. Your likes and comments are fuel, so drop a key emoji if you believe in hidden legacies. We read every comment under the starlight of our own little campfire, cherishing your voice in our circle. Share this story with someone who needs to remember that even a child's drawing can unlock a future. A simple like can carry Ada's legacy across the prairie to hearts searching for purpose and connection. We pour dusty hours into research because these stories deserve to be told and never forgotten again. Your presence here is not just a view. It is the bell that keeps these tales ringing true. Remember, every legend starts with curiosity, a hollow tree, and the courage to open a weathered saddlebag. Wyatt and Gemma proved that keys are not just metal, but moments that turn strangers into soulmates. So wherever you are, listen for the whisper of a cottonwood offering its hidden gift to you. The West is not a map. It is a promise that goodness outlasts fire and greed. Thank you for riding this trail with us. Your company makes every dusty mile a true treasure. We will see you at the next campfire, where another key waits under a patch of wild lavender. If you haven't yet, subscribe now and join the Western Tales family of curious and compassionate hearts. Together, we will keep discovering that the greatest treasure is a love that rebuilds what was lost. A rancher, a curator, a saddlebag, and a key, woven into a legacy of hope unbroken. Let this story be your key, your drawing, your reminder that small acts hide the power to save. Now go find your own hollow tree, your own hidden promise, your own reason to believe in tomorrow. We are grateful for your time, your heart, and your willingness to step into legend every week. Until the next tale, keep your boots dusty, your spirit generous, and your heart ready for hidden miracles. Please comment your favorite moment and share this legend with someone who needs a little Western wonder tonight. And if this story stirred your soul, hit like and ring that bell for an even greater mystery ahead.